Jonathan Roumie has been giving life to Jesus in The Chosen, and even though there have been many great depictions of Jesus in films and TV series, Jonathan's character in The Chosen is the best portrayal of Jesus for many people, especially with his focus on showing Jesus' human side. It's always interesting to analyze the people behind such major roles. What kind of people are they? How did they come here? What kind of life do they lead? It's the same for Jonathan Roumie. Let's see who the man behind this amazing depiction of Jesus is. Jonathan is what they call a first-generation American, meaning both of his parents moved to the US from other places. His father is of Syrian-Lebanese descent but was born and raised in Cairo, Egypt. His mother was born and raised on a farm in Ireland. Jonathan would not have been born if the invisible string of fate hadn't brought these two strangers to New York where they would meet and get married. So Jonathan was born in New York on July 1st, 1974. I can hear you saying, how in the world is he 50? Well, he certainly doesn't look like a 33-year-old, let me tell you that, but he doesn't look 50 either. Anyway, Jonathan was baptized in the Orthodox Church, but his father was familiar with the Catholic faith and his mother was a Roman Catholic, so his family also attended the local Catholic church in New York. This would later help him convert to Catholicism. During an interview, Jonathan revealed so much about his childhood. Just when he was 11 years old, he built a life-size crucifix, painted blood on it, and reenacted the crucifixion to his family in their backyard. I fashioned some reeds to make my own crown of thorns and proceeded along the way of the cross to the side of the garage, which would be my Golgotha. I would plant the crucifix in the ground and fasten it with a cinder block and step on the cinder block and just kind of put my hands up and slide them in behind the nails. I don't know too many 10-year-olds that would go around doing that. That set me up in a major way decades before I would ever realize it, to prepare me for what I'm doing today. Apparently, Jonathan was so impressed by Robert Powell's portrayal of Jesus in the 1977 film Jesus of Nazareth that he felt compelled to reenact it. In high school, Jonathan excelled in illustration and won awards for it. He even designed airbrushed jean jackets to earn extra money. He was so good at drawing that he thought he would eventually become a comic book artist. He is truly an artist because he later took up music as well. I'll get into that in a minute. For college, he went to a private art school in New York and received a degree in film. After his graduation, he joined his friend's contemporary rock band, playing the drums. They even recorded an album, Welcome to Anyville, and were about to go on a tour, but the recording company that was supposed to sponsor them actually went bankrupt. Jonathan says his friend went and found a day job as he had a family to support, but Jonathan stuck it out in the film industry. He decided to move to LA in 2009 to pursue a career in Hollywood. In just a year, Jonathan wiped clean his savings, and for years he jumped from one job to another. On IMDb, he has over 60 credits to his name, but most of them are either small guest roles or voice acting roles. He was in one episode of NCIS as a sergeant. He played John Wilkes Booth in Saving Lincoln. He was a party guest in the Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet movie Revolutionary Road. He also did theater work in LA more than a decade ago, and he was in a play called Anaconda. How do you feel about seeing Jonathan in that physique with tattoos and with that hairstyle? What about a blonde Jonathan? I never thought I would see this day, but apparently he was in another play, Trainspotting, and was portraying the character Sick Boy. He also did voiceovers for Celebrity Deathmatch, being the voice of celebrities like Stephen Baldwin, Russell Crowe, and John Malkovich. He was the voice of Robin, Tim Drake, and more in Batman Dark Tomorrow. You can also hear him in Wonder Pets, Lost Planet 3, and Fallout 4. While Jonathan didn't play the role of Jesus once in his parents' backyard and then on The Chosen, he portrayed Jesus in other projects as well. In 2014, Dallas Jenkins shot a short film titled The Two Thieves, referring to the two thieves who were crucified alongside Jesus. Of course, Jonathan portrayed Jesus in this small project. Jonathan also co-produced, co-directed, and starred in a live performance about the Passion of Christ. Maria Vargo was the co-producer and director alongside Jonathan. She also played Mother Mary. That's why you'll see many pictures of her online alongside Jonathan. Besides working together, they're also close friends. Finally, Jonathan once again played Jesus in a project about the life of Saint Faustina, who was portrayed by Maria Vargo. So this was another project they collaborated on. Until he was cast in The Chosen, Jonathan even worked as a production assistant and location scout. He also released the first original song he wrote, Out of Time, for the voice contender and former Eurovision finalist for Ireland, Donna McCall. The song is part of an original EP, Unbreakable, which he co-produced, played, and sang on. But in 2018, he was nearly broke. He says, "There was this one day during May of 2018. I woke up, it was a Saturday morning, and I was $100 in overdraft. I had $20 in my pocket. I had enough food to last a day. I had no checks inside. I had no work inside. I had maxed out my credit cards. I literally didn't know how I was going to exist." On the same day, he left his apartment to get a breakfast sandwich with the $20 left in his pocket, and when he came back home, he found 4 checks in the mail. Only 3 months later, Dallas Jenkins would call him to say he was doing a show called The Chosen. Would Jonathan be interested in playing Jesus? The rest is history as you know it. As for his personal life, Jonathan says that he's not married. He cleared the rumors in a live stream.
If somebody wants to ask it, well, it's obviously somebody's been asking it online, and the internet apparently has the answer, whether or not I'm married. In the internet, according to the internet, I'm married to a woman named Diane in Canada. I don't know who that person is. I don't know where that came from. Apparently we have a child I haven't met. Yeah, that's none of that's true. I'm not married to anyone. I'm not certainly not Diane, although I'm sure she's lovely. And I don't have kids.
He doesn't share much about his personal life, so we don't know if he's dating anyone or not. He'll share it with us if he wants to. If you want to watch a similar video on Shahar Isaac, check out this video.